Hey, this is Mo from the Mobile Marvel, and I want to actually talk about the number one question that I get asked on a daily basis, which is, should I buy a Chinese ROM device or should I buy a global ROM device? Should I wait for that global ROM device? Should I buy it at all? Let's talk about it. First things first, what is global ROM device mean? It just means it's usually the device that has the most number of 5G networks possible for your market. It's the one that has eSIM support, physical SIM support. All your Google apps work. We're talking about Gemini. We're talking about Hey Google. We're talking about Google Discover, that news thing that comes in the feed. We're talking about different launchers that you might want to start, and a bunch of different languages, sometimes up to 100 plus languages in certain devices. So this is the global device. It's as simple as that. Everything should work out of the box. So what is China ROM? China ROM is devices like these two right here, the Vivo X300 Pro China version and the Xiaomi 17 Pro China version. These are just two examples. Now, what is Chinese ROM? Chinese ROM is basically devices that are designed exclusively for the Chinese market. They run on Android, but I just need to point one more thing out here. I'm not talking about Huawei, by the way. Huawei is a completely separate topic. So whatever I'm saying, ignore Huawei's. If you're thinking of purchasing a Huawei, this video is not relevant to you. Anyway, this is more for the Xiaomis, the Vivos, the Honors, and the Oppos. Okay, let's continue. So there's a bunch of things that are actually missing in the China ROM. Usually there's no eSIM support. A bunch of 5G bands are going to be missing. You should see what bands are available on that device. Another thing that's usually missing in China ROM devices is there's no Google support, GMS. There's no place. When you open that box, there is no Play Store. You need to go to the brand's own app store, and there you can download the Play Store. Does it take a long time? No, it'll probably take you a couple of minutes at best. There's also going to be dozens and dozens, up to 55 apps I've seen in certain cases of Chinese apps that you probably need to de-bloat away, like delete them. There's software to do it, or you can manually go through it one by one, or you could just leave them. But again, that is something that's going to be there. Gemini is not going to work. Google Wallet does work on almost all of them now, but it's not going to be that default, like one click to open your wallet in many of these cases. Also, Hey Google is not going to work because most of these devices come with their own suite of AI features. Not just one. Some, like this one has Blue LM, this one has something else. Everybody has their own. Each of these devices have their own. But Hey Google is not going to work. Google Discover is also not going to work. Another thing that's not going to work is... Sorry, it's my Pixel picking up on the Hey Google bit. Another thing that's not going to work is launchers. I have tried dozens of times to get launchers to work on a lot of different Chinese devices. They do work sometimes. This Vivo X300 Pro, this is the latest device. This one, it did work for about a day and then it stopped working. Nova launcher. In this one, I couldn't even get it to work for more than 5-10 minutes. Another thing is Circle to Search. Out of the box, Circle to Search will not work. However, there are multiple third-party methods to get Circle to Search working. I've had actually pretty good luck on a device like this. It's now been about a week and it's working without fail, which is good. Android Auto will not work on a lot of them. However, Vivo, since 2025 this year, and Oppo, most of their newer Chinese version devices do actually have Android Auto out of the box, which is nice. And finally, languages. So, Chinese devices, because they're only for the Chinese market, they don't have hundreds and hundreds of languages support. The Xiaomi here has 2 languages, English and Chinese. The Vivo does have about 30 or so languages. So again, if you're going to pick up one of these devices, please do check if your language is supported. If it's not supported, can you live without that? Can you basically use your phone in English? If you can, sure, go ahead and pick it up. But obviously, if you cannot, don't pick up the device because it doesn't make sense. Either wait for the global version or look at another device. Now, that's out of the way. You might be wondering, why do people want to buy Chinese versions or Chinese ROM devices? There's a multitude of reasons of why that happens, even with all the pitfalls. Number one, Chinese versions, for all these Chinese manufacturers, these devices come out a lot sooner in their home market. So the Vivo X300 Pro is already out. The global version is about to come out, but hasn't come out yet. In the case of the Xiaomi 17 Pro and Pro Max, there's a good chance these devices never come out with these super cool, innovative rear screens. This might never come out in the global market, or at least for years to come. We don't know exactly. So this is one reason. Another reason is some people just like the latest updates fast. With Chinese versions, you generally get them straight away, and they're usually more feature rich as well. Whereas the same devices, the global version, if they do exist, you'll see updates come a lot slower. We had a situation where somebody picked up the Honor Magic V5 from our store and the global version, and what they found is I did a review of 3 apps side by side. I did the Magic, Made You Look feature, which is what the Pixel also has. It's great for kids and stuff. But it wasn't working out of the box in that global version. Why? Because it needed an update. The Chinese version already had that from pretty much from day one, because an update came out literally on day one. But with the global version, that person unboxed this brand new phone, was expecting all these features, and it took them a week before the update came through and they got those features. Okay, there's other reasons as well. Chinese versions usually have a lot more variations. So we're talking about if you want a 12 GB RAM, 512, you can do that. If you want a 12 GB RAM, 256 storage, you can do that. If you want 16 GB RAM, 1 TB storage, you can do that. With a lot of the global versions of these Chinese devices, what you're going to see have one option, which is 16 GB RAM and 512 GB storage. That's usually the standard. Another thing is colors. A lot of these devices in the global version, they're missing what I would say is a signature or best color. So example, the Vivo X Fold 5 did not have a green version in the global version. It was just black and white. The green was missing. So if you want the green, you only have one option out there, the Chinese version. Finally, there's 2 more reasons. One is price. So what we see with the global versions of these devices, they are usually marked up considerably compared to their Chinese counterparts. Why? Well, one is global versions require a lot more certification. So there is more red tape and paperwork, and that costs money. And the second reason that the global version is more expensive, is that Chinese devices, the hardware isn't the main, or sometimes isn't the only way for these devices or the manufacturers to make money on it. Because in China, upselling is a pretty big part of the device. So you might have ads running, like in some of the apps, so there's some revenue coming from there. If you want to buy a theme, if you want to buy icon packs, all of these things, you basically have to pay for them. So there is an upsell component as well. So all the money for the manufacturer doesn't just come from the hardware that they're selling. It also comes from all these extras. Whereas in the global version, they don't really generally offer that because there isn't really a market for that. So they have to charge you more. Another thing is, with Chinese versions, what you might see is notifications are a problem. Now, that will depend a lot on the OS as well. We know some of them can be worse and some of them can be better. On this device, I'm pretty much getting all my notifications like I always have on all my Androids, so it's not really any different. On this device, it does work, but it is a little bit more complicated. The menus are more cumbersome, they're more deeper. So again, do the research before you make a decision if you want to pick up a Chinese ROM device. Now, saying all that, most things do work. All my devices on Chinese ROM, they look identical. My widgets are working. I'm using pretty much the same background. I have live wallpapers like this one. Most of my notifications are coming through. I usually get Circle to Search to work through MICTS, I think is the app that's that you need to kind of put in there. But it does work, and it's been working perfectly fine. So most things will work. But Google Wallet also, it works fine. Android, I don't have an Android Auto car, but if you do, with the Vivos and Oppos, you're okay. With the Xiaomis and Honors, that's probably not the device for you if you need Android Auto and plan to pick up a Chinese version device. Basically, this was just for me to give you an idea of what will work, what won't work, and how to navigate the whole treacherous thing of Chinese version devices. So please, if you like content like this, please let us know in the comments, and please do like and subscribe. It does really help us out. And also, all the brands that I've mentioned, the Vivos, the Honors, the Xiaomis, the Oppos, even the Huaweis, we do sell them at our store, themobilemarvel.com. Please do check it out if you're planning to pick one up, because we have the best prices, because we price match. We have 12 months of manufacturer warranty. Not just that, we also ship pretty much to most countries. And we're currently even running a pretty good deal with the 3% discount if you're a first-time buyer. By the way, thank you everybody. We have actually hit 500 subs. So this is the first long video going out since the point that we hit 500 subs. So I really want to thank everybody for your support. It really does mean the world to me. And also, I did promise that once we hit 500 subs, we're going to announce that we're actually going to do our first giveaway, not now, when we hit our 1,000 sub. We're actually going to do our first phone giveaway. It's going to be a smartphone. It's going to be one of these Chinese brands. It's either going to be a Vivo, it's either going to be a Xiaomi, it's going to be an Honor, or an Oppo. It's going to be one of the four. What device? Please do let me know in the comment below what device you think I should be giving away. Please do check that out. This is Mo from the Mobile Marvel checking out.